I'm Ben Stockwell. Today I'm joined by Neel Bhattacharjee, head coach of the Binghamton women's soccer program, which tied for first in this year's women's soccer preseason poll. Neel, you were tied for first in the poll with UNH this year. Each of you had a pair of first place votes. Overall, four different teams had first place votes this year. I think which speaks to how tight it's been at the top of the standings here the last few years in the America East. How do you feel about the direction of this conference overall and just the competition level you're facing?
Well, I think in any given year, you can say that about America East women's soccer. There's a lot of parity, a lot of tight games, especially at the top of the standings. So, honestly, not too surprised that first place votes were shared with a few different teams. Obviously, Maine and New Hampshire are coming off terrific seasons from what they've been able to accomplish last year. And, seeing how some players have moved on, but also now, other new players are going to be stepping up. You know how the coaches work on the transfer portal, how they work in terms of recruiting to basically replenish the rosters. So honestly, not too surprised, and I think it's going to lead to a fun and exciting fall season in terms of what we're going to see as far as our conference play. Where again, you're just going to see a lot of tight games, and I wouldn't necessarily even just limit that to top three or four teams. I mean, I think it's going to be top to bottom, which is kind of on par for what we see in the conference on a yearly basis.
For your team, what are you excited about with this Binghamton group in 2025?
So I think for us, we do return a good amount of our experience from last year. We had a very good spring, so we were able to make a number of growth moments for each of our particular players. We know that it's going to be a wide open conference this year too, and our team's excited about that. Now you have to understand everyone's going to be saying that, in terms of this being an opportunity for teams to make a run towards the top. But our kids are excited after the spring that they've had, the growth that they've been able to make, and then an opportunity. But that's going to be for everyone to kind of figure out. So preseason is an important time. You're going to see teams test themselves for the non-conference play, and then as we get into that third weekend of September, really get an opportunity to get after, and then see for who's going to be who's going to be able to seize that opportunity to vie for an America's title.
For your team, what is the type of soccer that you guys want to be playing and the way that you want to, pull out these victories here, in the first half of the year and obviously throughout the whole year?
Yeah, so I think our team, we'd like to have a blend of playing good soccer, where we like to play possession-based type of game. We're comfortable when we have to build out of the back. We're comfortable if we're under pressure, how we deal with that, how we like to link between the lines, and how we'd like to create dangerous scoring opportunities and get attackers that can finish for us. But we like to have that blend of playing good soccer and then being able to deal with the athletic component. Certainly, we want to make sure that we come in with a fit athletic team and that we're going to be able to deal with the different looks that we'll get in the America East play. So those are things that, we're looking forward to. Those are the challenges that lay ahead. And, we're going to be ready to embrace all of that.
Three of your first four games of the year are on the road with all those games in that first 11 days, 11-day span. How are you preparing your team to handle that tough kind of schedule to start the year?
Yeah, so certainly something that we've talked about. So we have a hard game to get things kicked off at Lehigh, and then we come home against St. Bonaventure. Then we have a very tough test at Monmouth, and then a very good opponent following that at Marist. So we talked about that in terms of what our schedule setup was going to be. How we needed to come in and control the things that we could truly control, meaning how fit we were going to be, taking care of that, and then the preparation that we were going to have in preseason. So by no means is there going to be an easy stretch. We know every team is going to give us their best effort going forward, and then we just need to have the mentality to be prepared for all of that.
Well, Neil, best of luck with the start of training here coming up this week and with the season just, a few weeks away from starting.
All right. Well, thanks, Ben. We're excited about it. This is Christmas for us coaches. That it's kind of like we feel like we're walking down the stairs and seeing the presents. So it's favorite time of the year, and we're ready to get after it.